They said it was impossible. They said,
you can't put together the most elite team of comic book reviewers on the planet and do, a podcast or something like that?
Despite all that, today we can proudly announce... Yeah, they were right. We couldn't do it. So instead, we brought you the most vile, ignorant, unprofessional group of comic book enthusiasts we could find. This is Panel to Panel, the Game Rage Magazine comic podcast.
Welcome, as we said, to the most unprofessional comic book podcast you've ever seen in your life.
My fucking lord. I mean, if your dick is not erect right now, it should be.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if your dick is not erect right now, you might not be a human.
I think you could substitute out your diet of ashwagandha or whatever the fuck that ingredient is called that however you supplement your testosterone levels. Or hell, if you needed a Viagra substitute, man, you might as well be fucking listening to Game Rage Magazine. My God.
What's really interesting, now that you bring that up, is I was talking to some doctors the other day, and they were telling me that they did this triple blind placebo study to determine how effective Game Rage Magazine is with causing erections. And they found that not only the 27% of the time you get hard every time, but it also has a 28% chance of increasing blood flow to your dick in such a way that your dick will actually grow 4 inches. So, I mean, the doctors, they have doctor's degrees, okay? They told me this shit.
The numbers speak for themselves.
Well, as our good friend Scott Steiner says, the numbers don't lie.
Excuse me.
So
I know you didn't deserve that, but fuck.
Anyways, what it is. Anyways,
the statistic I heard was that you're 11% less likely to develop colon cancer if you listen to Game Rage Magazine. No longer getting fucked by life. Listen to Game Rage Magazine.
Yeah, you stop getting fucked by life. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's a good one. I like that one. I mean, it's ironic because, we are likely probably completely riddled with colon cancer and every other type of cancer that exists. But, whatever. If that's the effect we have, then we'll take it. Anyways, if you want to listen to us and hopefully become a beneficiary of these statistics and listen to all their other podcasts, you can go to YouTube and listen and like, comment, and subscribe at Game Rage Magazine. Also, you can go to Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. You can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official. I mean, we should just change the name to like the Oracle Musical Podcast or some shit. And listen to the most recent episode where Adam gets to gloat about being right yet once again. Additionally, you can follow him on Instagram at All Gas No Trash Official, and you can follow our good buddy Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram. All right. Yes?
Oh, I don't know.
You're just holding up the fucking mug. Okay.
Yeah, so now we cut over to issue 13 and legacy number 625, Daredevil, from Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto. Oh my God, the art's so good.
Oh man.
Man, I was getting an erection whenever Elektra and Matt Murdock, I'm like, oh!
Dude, man, Elektra.
My dick was getting hot.
So hot in this, man. Through Hell, part number 3. We get that nice cover of fucking Fisk, literally fucking covered in blood.
He's like, man, I need to go on an Ozempic.
Yeah, he just murdered his doctor because the insurance company said that they wouldn't cover the Ozempic. And we open up with bitch-ass Daredevil fucking talking to who? Leaving a message for none other than old Mindy fucking Libris. Hey, listen, babe, I'm sorry about the other day, babe. Hey, babe, we need to talk about us, babe. I'm trying to be a better man. Just call me back, babe. And he's just like, damn it. And then Elektra just fucking throws a goddamn fucking stick at him.
A bow staff.
And she's like, your first lesson, concentration. And God damn. God damn. That's all I just have to say.
She's too fine.
Too fine. And then we go from like too fine to too dead. And
Too fucking gruesome. Too grotesque.
And now Fisk is just realizing what he's done, and he's like, God damn it, this is it. It's over. Game over. I just murdered this asshole, this rich asshole. Everyone's going to come for me. Ah, fuck.
The worst part is, like, there could have been it could have been asphyxiation. He just had to do it in the most gruesome way possible, where he gouged the motherfucker's eyes out. Why be so excessive?
Because that's what he does, man. That's who he is. He's just excessive as...
Well,
look at I mean, look at his pants. He literally skull fucked him after he gouged out his eyeballs. You can clearly see that. That's why the blood is there. So
living life large.
He's like, fuck, I don't know what to do. So he's like, well, I'm gonna call my good buddy Wesley. And he's like, hey buddy, I need your help. I don't know what to do.
I just want to say this Wesley character, mostly throwaway. Up until this point, he's just played the assistant role mostly. Oh, yeah. Okay, he's Wilson Fisk's like right hand or whatever to take care of like the menial tasks. And he's like, of course, sir, what's the situation? And you just get, I see.
He's like, yep, got it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, stay where you are. I'll be there momentarily.
You know what the scene equates to is Pulp Fiction when Harvey Keitel, the wolf, they're like, that's fucking Wesley. Wesley's the wolf.
Yeah. And so basically he's like, listen, Mitchell, everything's going to happen quick. Your team did the background checks on the staff. He's like, yep. He's like, send them to me. He's like, all right, got it. And he's like, so they just go into the staff quarters. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, can I help you? And he's like, Julio Alvarez. And he's like, yeah. And he looks around and he's the janitor.
Fly
to space. He's like, get. And then he just fucking grabs him. He's like, Mr. Alvarez, you will do exactly as I say, or the men I have at your home right now, outside 245 Symington, will pay an unfortunate visit to your wife, Barbara, and your son, Corey. Do you understand me? And he's just like, oh, fuck.
Motherfuck, dude.
And so then Wesley gets there. He's got the janitor. He's like, stay in the washroom, sir. We don't want to track any blood into view. And he's like, you'll need to pass the package to Mitch. Our friend, Mr. Alvarez here, has been kind enough to help clean the area. And he just looks at me, now, Julio, this is an intense situation, and I understand that. But if you scream voluntarily or otherwise, we will kill you and your family. He's like, oh, yeah, see, fly to space. Yeah, see, fly. And so then Fisk comes out. He's got the fucking body, and they just stuff it in the fucking trash can on the side of his fucking cart. And he's like, all right, go to work, Julio. And he goes, Dios mío. And it's just fucking covered in blood. It's just a fucking horrific area. And he's like, Fisk asks, he's like, Wesley, how are we gonna? And he's like, listen, you're gonna call this to 911 as a suicide that you discovered when you went to use the washroom. From here, it will take 7 minutes for the paramedics to arrive. We need to act quickly before your hosts come looking. We place a second cleaning cart to block off the entry to this wing, which will hopefully divert anyone heading this way. And so then he's like, he takes off his jacket and he stuffs it in the fucking thing with the guy. And he's like, the yellow sports car in the east lot, come back with the cart once he's in. And then he tosses Mitch the keys. And then Fisk is calling, hello, operator. And then we switch back to 1980s Too Fine. Fucking, that hair is fucking frizzy as shit.
She looks like fucking, I don't know if you ever played Streets of Rage, but there's this character named Blaze.
Yeah. Damn.
Makes me think of Blaze.
So she's fighting Daredevil with the fucking bow staff, and she's like, what do you want? And he's like, just want to be better. She's like, listen to yourself. Be better. You never had actual goals, just general ideas. Oh, I'll fight crime. I'll wander across rooftops till I find some. Stupid. You work without goals because to have goals is to possibly fail at them. So let's have some focus, shall we? You want to play your old game again? But the last time you did that, people died. And he's like, oh, fuck. So how do you do that? Control. And how do you gain control? By being so fine. God damn. Knowledge. Before any blow is struck, you should know this room, know your opponent, know yourself. Breathe. Use your talents. If you know everything, nothing can surprise you. And man, she even looks fine in Daredevil.
Yeah, radar vision.
Man, like
she's even got an aura in like the
dude,
third.
yeah, man.
Third motion blur, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that's. And then she fucking goes to whack him, and he blocks it, and then he hits her, and she's like, "Huh, you just killed my arm." Been a long time since anybody managed to do that. Well then, see what goals can get you. And then it goes back to Fisk, and the room's looking pretty fucking good, man. This guy did a hell of a goddamn job.
Yep.
Hell of a job.
Well, his life's on the line, so.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what happened, Wesley. I just couldn't. The room was against me, looking down on me, and this guy just kept pushing, and he showed no fear because I was nothing to him. And now I'm scared, Wesley. I haven't felt scared. And he's like, everything's gonna be all right, sir. Nothing can stop you. All good? Yeah. He's waiting in the car. All right. One more detail then. And he goes to Julio. He's like, I didn't get everything yet. I need more. This is perfect, Julio. It's as good a job as can be expected under the circumstances. But there's still blood, won't they? It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to not look like a murder. And then he says, but won't they? And then Mitch grabs him and he's like, I'm sorry, Julio. And he fucking takes a fucking razor and just fucking cuts the dude's fucking wrists. And he says, your family will be compensated. And then he hands the fucking thing over. And then Daredevil and Elektra are on top of a roof, and he's like, I feel so stupid. I've been doing this so long, I thought I could do it on instinct. I basically forgot everything that Stick taught us. And then Elektra's like, he's a bastard. But he's a correct bastard. You still have a long way to go. And he's like, yeah, I know. Thank you. I needed to know myself better now. I need to know myself better, know my problems that need solving. For the first time in a long time, I feel myself. And she's like, so what's your main problem then? And he's like, the system, man. The system's been keeping me down, man. I was talking to this dude that's just, his name is a letter, yo. His name's V, and he was telling me about how this shit goes down.
Yeah, we need to break down. We need to break the walls down.
Save us, Y2 Daredevil.
Y2D.
Yeah, Y2D.
Y2DD.
DD. And so he says, I want to help people, but the system, the cops aren't policing Hell's Kitchen, and the ones who are, they're dirty. I need to know more about why this is happening and how to solve it. I have power. I need to focus it. And then Elektra just literally jumps off the roof. She goes, all right, that's your homework then. See ya. And then I got to go be fine somewhere else. And so then that's your homework, gain knowledge. And so then we see the head of the Libris crime family,
Izzy, and then we have
the good buddy Owl. And he says, a public place, to keep me in line, very traditional, Izzy. And then she says, I feel like our situation has gotten out of hand. And he says, it seems fine to me. Let me be more clear and direct. You tried to kill me in my home, tried to burn down my bookstore with my son. You claim ignorance, lay the blame somewhere else, but you and I, and he's like, yeah, I did it.
like everybody's like, oh, I'm sorry, did you need cooperation?
He's like,
Butch, did I try to kill Lizzie Isbris here?
Yeah,
you most certainly did, boss.
You most certainly did, boss.
Yeah, he's cooperating.
Yeah, he cooperated. She's like, this is not how we do things. There are rules. Our house, our homes, our families, they're off limits. And he's like, well, they used to be. Haven't you heard? Fisk is done. His head's in a different ballgame now. The old ways of borders and rules are over. But I will admit, trying to kill you was a mistake. And the Owl's dudes just pull out their guns and just kill all her guys.
In a public library.
In the library, man.
Man, he looks fucking crusty.
He does.
This is why I love Marco Cicchetto, because it's the finer details. We didn't get all that bullshit from the other artists. It's like, up close, this dude is ghastly in terms of his skin color. He's got like bloodshot eyes.
Yeah.
He's crusty as shit. I mean, man, this guy's great. He's a big hero of mine.
Same here. I aspire to be as crusty as this dude. And so he's like, now I want you alive to tell your remaining men to follow the new kingpin of New York. A smooth transition. I'm not scared anymore, Izzy, of you, of Fisk, the cops. The owl is in charge now. And then I expected him after this just to be like, hoo, hoo, and then just to fly off like fucking like some weirdo.
And he'd be like, new day rocks.
Yeah.
New day rocks.
And then he's like, it all just happened so fast. I went looking for the washroom and I heard crying, whimpering. I rounded the corner and saw him. Ty, outside the washroom, shaking at what he was seeing. I got closer and that's when I saw what he was looking at. The body of that poor man.
Dude, look, how are you gonna explain that suicide when the dude's tooth is like out and
one of his eyes is gouged out?
Well, you know what they're probably gonna do? He's probably gonna drive his car off of the cliff or whatever, right? And then like the car's gonna explode and there's gonna be nothing left of him anyway. So then, oh yeah, he was so distraught he drove himself off a cliff. Like he says it was. And Mr. Nichols, Ty, he just lost it. He ran down the hallway and that's the last I saw of him. And then Wesley, of course, is there. Oh, yeah, I was outside by our vehicle when I saw Mr. Nichols run out and drive away, just panicked. Mr. Stroman, did you notice anything unusual prior to Mr. Fisk alerting you? Did Mr. Alvarez show any signs of him? And he's like, I never even met this fucking guy. He worked in my house, but I never met him. But I can send you any human resource files we have for him. This is a tragedy. And a preventable one at that. And he says, all tragedies are, Quinn, is what Fisk tells him. That's what makes them tragedies. Damn. And then basically Cole North is sitting in the chief's office and she's just telling him like, listen.
You had a line, Cole North. You've been doing things outside the law.
The mayor is up my ass. You're a rogue. And basically she just tells him like, listen, you take a couple weeks off here and figure it out. You've done this
partner
before.
died.
Yeah. He's like, you've done this before, North. Go back in Chicago. I don't need to. He's like, no, you don't need to understand, Captain. You don't need to say anything. I understand it. And he fucking hands over his badge and his gun. And he just says, the last time this happened, I swore up and down I didn't need it. But after Daredevil, Higgins, even Spider-Man, nothing feels right. The job feels like a weight strapped to my chest. How do I? And then, of course, these fuckers are fucking with a homeless man. And they're about to fucking beat this homeless guy's ass. And, of course, Cole North walks by and he's like, hey, apologize. He's like, the fuck did you just say? You heard me. Man, I got a big man here. What's your game, bro? You just looking for a fight? Because you got... And he's pointing his finger at him, and then Cole North just grabs this dude's finger and just fucking... flips him around and fucking puts him in a compliance hold, and everybody's like, oh, fuck you, man. And then fucking he just slaps this dude's side of his head. Like, does that fucking... slaps him. He just bitch slaps this dude. And he's like, apologize. And he's like, okay, fine, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking. I didn't mean to. And he lets him go. He's like, nah, fuck, man. He's like, you some kind of cop or something? He's like, nah, man, cops don't do shit like this. And he just stares at him and gives him this hard-ass look. He's like, fuck, the homeless guy. He's like, fuck, goddamn fucking shit. Fucking God, that's some fucking kid, man bun, motherfucker.
Hey, umpire. The umpire has a horse in his pocket. I need a ruling.
So then Cole's like, hey, let me help you out, man. And he says, thanks, man. The city needs more people like you. And then the homeless guy walks away. And then Cole North's just looking at his hands. And he's like, he starts fucking crying and he's like losing it. And as he's about to lose it, you just hear, hey. And who is it? It's bitch-ass Matt Murdock / fucking Daredevil.
With his ginger-ass hair.
Ginger-ass hair and his non-ginger-ass beard. Fucking, let me buy you a coffee, playa. And then we get to see the beginning. That's the end of the issue. And we see the next issue. Daredevil and Cole North having coffee with some Eskrima sticks with blood and the badge next to it. And they're just having a good old time.
It's gonna turn into a fucking Tango and Cash. It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell.
It's gonna be
buddy cop.
It's gonna be Danny
You work
DeVito.
outside the law, and I don't like it. And you work inside the law. You're too rigid.
Yeah, man. They're gonna and that's what's gonna happen here. He's gonna go rogue, and then they're just gonna fuck shit up, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. And then the law will have its day, and justice will be had, and it'll be fun times for all.
Indeed, fun times will be had by all.
I'm sure Matt Murdock is going to get his and bone fucking Elektra.
Oh, he's going to marry fucking Mindy Libris, and he's going to end up fucking Elektra. And then Elektra's going to find out and kill Mindy Libris, and then, I don't know. We'll see.
It's possible.
That'd be cool. But anyways, Man, this shit's getting good now.
Yeah, Wilson Fisk committing murder. Wesley guy is now an interesting character. He's like,
super interesting.
Don't worry about it, boss. I'll take care of it. Fucking cleans that mess up and basically covers for Wilson Fisk to make sure he gets away and gets off scot-free.
Oh,
is
yeah.
it scot-free or scotch-free?
Scot-free.
What does it mean?
It means to just go out and get off.
What's the origin? Where does it come from?
I don't fucking know. I look like an etymologist to you?
I don't know.
Anyways, for more etymology things, you can go listen to more of our shit on Game Rage Magazine on YouTube. YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. All the kids are doing it. It's all the rage, man. The YouTubes. Additionally, if you want to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, it's at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Follow our good buddy Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram. And you can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram.
We remember Cowboy Bebop, the movie, with Spike Spiegel saying, man, I love a woman that could kick my ass. And here I am reading Daredevil with Elektra basically kicking Daredevil's ass. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
That is fucking
and that makes
awesome.
my dick hot.
Indeed. My dick is on fire right now.
Not from gonorrhea, but...
No, but from watching Elektra beat his ass. Yeah, it's from blood flow and spiciness. And that Tabasco sauce I just put on there.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, well, that'll do it for us. I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one.
That was Panel to Panel, the Game Rage Magazine comic book podcast. Thanks for listening. If you want to know more and follow along, go to Instagram and TikTok. Follow at Game Rage Magazine. If you want to follow on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Tune in next time.